everybody, Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the wonder that we do here. We've got nearly 800 audios available for your listening pleasure, a variety of topics, and ultimately, we are dedicated to the process of making life easier for you in whatever way we can through this particular audio series. And if you have a topic you'd like to see discussed on the series, we would love to do that for you. Please feel free to reach out. This is the continuation of our Rules for Success series. Would love to have you interact with us about that as well. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff. If you're looking for coaching, would love to be of service in that world to you as well. A couple ways we can do that. You can reach out through Twitter at PO Perception. You can reach out through the About Me section of this YouTube page. And either way, I can get in contact with you in a meaningful way. Hopefully that is beneficial to you and you can kind of move forward into something a little bit more comfortable in terms of life coming together. In any event, I encourage you to do that. So a couple of things. Make sure your life syncs up with where you really want to go. Syncing your life up is all about finding the people, situations, opportunities, places, and individuals who have a long-term value to moving forward in a consistent, meaningful, healthy, and intelligent manner. Now, this can be different for any number of reasons, any number of people. Sometimes finding the right person to work with can be challenging because, or group of people to work with can be challenging, partially because a lot of times people don't want to get to a meaningful place within themselves without having to, or they want to get there but without having to make sacrifices. And also the illusion of competition that they should be further along in the process can often cause people to sabotage themselves without even realizing that's what they're doing. That often looks like a person who has an opportunity but they're unwilling to wait, or the opportunity isn't coming forward um, you know from the direct level. Um, it's a meaningful way to move forward. But in any event, when you come from a proper place, you'll be able to see the synchronicities and a lot of things that happen in your life. And when things aren't in sync, it may mean you're focusing on the wrong things. It may mean, and by wrong, I don't mean right or wrong as in moral, but the things that aren't going to lead you to where you want to be. Focusing on the wrong thing doesn't necessarily mean you're doing things from the wrong perspective per se, but it does mean you can, in fact, take yourself to a place where you don't get what you want out of life and burn out on the things that you would need to do in order to improve your quality of life, and that ultimately can lead to many struggles. The next thing to consider in kind of the rules for success paradigm is kind of looking at your life a little differently and understanding that change is inevitable, so being comfortable with it and expecting it is necessary in order to evolve and make intelligent decisions for your own benefit. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's good or bad that you make these changes, but the more you try to hold on to things that are not static. In other words, they're going to change anyway, and you're holding on to the way things used to be, could be, should be, ought to be. You believe they need to be this way. The more opportunities you're going to miss. People evolve, things change, people's attitudes change, and therefore opportunities come and go. When you look at life as a series of ebbs and flows, you're more able to adjust accordingly and therefore make wiser decisions for the long term and short term of your life. The more adverse you are to the reality of change, the harder it will be to achieve goals personally, professionally, and emotionally. And so having a relationship where change is inevitable, so being flexible within the flow of it becomes easier to achieve the life that you actually desire. And so that becomes useful and meaningful in your own ability to move forward. The kind of the next thing to look at there is when you're trying to get to a better place, looking at routines. have routines for everything, but don't be in a negative place. What that means is have routines for everything. What you do in the morning, how you connect with new people, where you go to relax and decompress, what you need to do in order to get your life together in a meaningful directive or at a meaningful place. When you begin to understand that everything you do matters, that everything you do counts, and you know that the decisions you make matter in a long-term fashion, and you're using every minute as though what you're doing makes a difference in the long and short term, but your routines reflect where you want to go, and you continue to plug away, not necessarily because you think that the world owes you something, but because you know that the routines will eventually pay off, even if it's months or years down the road. Then you're really using your life well. The last thing in this process to think about is um, master your emotions. Emotional mastery is the understanding that all emotions are indicators of something. Positive emotions are indicators of the need for gratitude and to come back to a place of simplicity. Um, the the uh, the struggle as it relates to that becomes challenging, and um, finding the right way to understand how to do that is important. Emotional mastery doesn't mean ignoring emotions. It just means putting them in the proper context, experiencing them, expressing them, working through the negative ones, embracing the positive ones, and then allowing yourself to become the best possible version of you that can exist. When you begin to understand that is the way to master the world, when you master the emotions, you then can master the world. Then your life has complete new meaning in that particular manner and way. Um, the the next, and I guess you'd say final thing there, is to kind of look at um, how to make the most out of every moment by using your knowledge to continue to grow and evolve. So, in any event, I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.